La, 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 Ban the Box legislation by Julian Zapata. What is a ban the box law? So on January 4th, 2019, Representatives Melton and Herod introduced House Bill 19-1025, which is more commonly known as Ban the Box. So what exactly is Ban the Box, or what exactly is a Ban the Box law? So Ban the Box laws prohibit employers from asking about a person's criminal history on a job application. Not necessarily can an employer not ask about their criminal past, but it elongates the period. So rather than asking a applicant right when they enter about their criminal past, they would have to go through a step and interviews prior to the employer asking them about their criminal past. So ban the box laws has helped estimated 30% of adults with a criminal past get a fair shot at finding work. Now, how come? Well, since now employers are able to see a person more specifically due to their skills and how they are as a person rather than judging them on their criminal past. And that's very important when applying for a job. So, what is the history of ban the box laws? So I'm guessing at some point of our lives, or we've already filled out a standard job application with a set of common questions. Sometimes we see a question and ask us, have you ever been convicted of a crime? Yes or no? And us, well, not us, but ex-convicts who follow morals and wouldn't lie would easily check yes, without knowing that that means that their application process is done for them. See, employers often use the question to cancel out applicants with a criminal record while considering the specifics of the crime. Why were they convicted? How long ago was it? What was going on through your life at that point? And those questions do play a big factor, especially when committing crime. And not surprisingly, those with a criminal past face high unemployment rates. Studies have shown that lack of employment leads to a higher crime rate. And it just makes sense. There's also a concern that an issue of racial discrimination. One type of discrimination that applies to the box is called disparate impact discrimination. This occurs when a seemingly neutral policy disproportionately affects members of a particular race. For example, due to African American and Latino men being arrested at a higher rate and convicted than white or Caucasian males, then obviously they would have a higher unemployment rate. You see, asking about criminal records has a disappropriate impact on these African Americans and on these Hispanic men applying for jobs. However, ban the box doesn't allow for this to happen. It gives everybody a fair shot, which is how it should be. So what exactly does ban the box law do? All ban the box laws prohibit employers from asking applicants about criminal history on an initial job application. In some cases, it may go further, requiring employers to wait until after they have conducted an interview or made a conditional offer of employment before asking about criminal history. So, for example, in California, employers must engage in a multi-factored individual analysis of whether the criminal record justifies denying employment. And if the employer decides to deny employment based on a criminal record, it must provide the applicant with notice and an opportunity to provide mitigating evidence that lessens the impact of the conviction. So basically, a marijuana charge shouldn't be punished and shouldn't deny a job for somebody. However, I do think that homicide or sexual assault, something along those lines, should be punished and should not allow somebody who's convicted of such crime shouldn't be allowed a job. And sadly, that's not how it goes. no matter the crime, no matter the severity of it or how long ago, employers sometimes don't take that into consideration and just treat everyone equally. Well, when it comes to ex-convicts. So which employers must follow the ban the box law, or which states have applied it? So sadly, well, up to date, there's no federal ban the box law. These are laws being passed by states and cities. However, initially, these laws applied to government employers only. However, through time, more states and cities are passing laws that apply to government and private employers alike. Currently, there are 13 states and the District of Columbia that actually have ban the box laws that apply to private employers. And more than 30 states have laws that apply to government employers. We see here on the map, we can see some of the major cities that have adopted this ban the box law. And hopefully, one day all states will apply it. So not everyone agrees with the ban the box law. Some believe it is rather harmful than useful. Like every law or idea, there's always two sides. Those who agree, those who disagree, those who think that it's rather negative to society or positive to society. And in this case, ban the box law is victim to this two sides of every tale. So what harm is it causing? A study conducted in the University of Chicago Journal of Labor Economics indicates the opposite of what the ban the box law should actually do. See, they claim that the damage to the innocent bystanders is greater than the aid given to ex-offenders. Researchers found that ban the box law policies decrease the probability of employment for all young, low-skilled Black men by 3.4 percentage points, which is equivalent to 5.1%. And ban the box law policies reduce the probability of employment for young, low-skilled Hispanic men by 2.3 percentage points, 2.9%. And if you put it into perspective, it does make sense. Having ex-convicts apply for jobs, well, these hardworking, low-paying jobs, then obviously competition will rise. There's more applicants applying for the same job. These low-skilled men would have more competition they didn't have before. And that's how life is. There's always competition to everything. But everybody's always given a fair shot. And that's what ban the box law allows. It allows ex-convicts to get a fair shot that these low-skilled men are getting as well. So what does the study claim? The study claims that employers prefer hiring low-skilled Black and Hispanic individuals rather than wasting their time and money interviewing candidates who have a criminal record. And if employers are forced to give ex-convicts an interview, low-skilled individuals will notice competition applying for these low-wage, hard-working jobs. Now, there are benefits, and we have seen benefits of banning the box. You see, in a 2009 study by the U.S. Department of Justice's National Institute of Justice, job applicants were more likely to be hired when they were first offered the opportunity to interact with the hiring manager. It makes clear sense. Getting to talk with the person that's going to hire you allows for that employer to know who you really are, rather than just you checking out a box saying you're an ex-convict. That would obviously give the employer an image on his head of who you might be, but it's completely false. See, the study also revealed just how challenging it is to find employment as an ex-offender. A criminal record has found to reduce the likelihood of a callback or a job offer by nearly 50%. And if 50% of ex-convicts are applying for jobs and they're getting denied, getting reestablished into society is extremely difficult and discouraging if you're getting denied every single job that you're applying for. And where does that lead you? Back to where you started. Either no money, living in poverty, with the only option being crime to make ends meet, to put food on the table, take care of your family. And that's not how it should be. Everybody should be given an opportunity to present their side. You know, it's just like the famous saying, you can't judge a book by its cover, yet these employers are judging these ex-convicts just by the check on a box. It wouldn't make sense to not give everybody a fair opportunity. Benefits gained by the ex-convicts and the society. Now, according to the Sentencing Project, which is an organization which is dedicated to calling national attention to inequities in the criminal justice system, found that nearly 700,000 people are released from state and federal prisons annually. This has led to approximately 70 million Americans having some sort of criminal history, with 20 million of those having felony convictions. In addition to the added difficulties to securing employment for those 20 million Americans with one or more felony convictions, those with felony convictions face a major amount of other obstacles that are not particularly associated with getting a job or getting hired for a job. You see, consequences of a felony conviction can either include losing access to food stamps and temporary assistance for needy families benefits, not being eligible for public housing or federal loans to pursue an education. Your driver's license will be suspended. You do not have the right to vote, serve on a jury, or join the military. You see, these obstacles will just overweigh the shoulders of an ex-convict. It will just apply so much pressure on them that somebody who has either been away from society for so long wouldn't know how to handle this amount of pressure. You trying to get reestablished and just getting denied by everybody will make some people crack and go back to their old roots, which is crime. You see, if we put things into perspective by allowing ex-convicts to apply for jobs, it demonstrates to them that there's a way to life without crime. Allowing these people to work will take them away from their past and lead them to a life of no crime. See, they will rather begin to look for jobs knowing they'll get hired rather than criminal ways in order to make money, as a result, reducing crime rates. It's a win-win for the ex-convict getting a job, finding a way to make money legally, and it's a win for society. Crime rates start to go down. Violence starts to go down. The communities, less crime in the poorer communities. And overall, it's just beneficial for everyone. See, access to food stamps and TANF benefits are critical to former inmates because these programs reduce the likelihood that formerly incarcerated individuals will return to criminal activity in order to secure food or other essentials for themselves or their families. See, taking away the support systems from ex-offenders and making it more difficult for them to secure employment only serves to keep these individuals in an endless cycle of incarceration and poverty. So, Obama said it right, a step in the right direction, making it even a little easier for former inmates to secure post-release employment by banning the box will hopefully encourage those who have formerly been discriminated against due to their criminal record to continue to make an effort to turn their lives around. Obama once said, "It's not too late." He said that the day he announced his new order. There are people who have gone through tough times. They've made mistakes, but with a little bit of help, they can get on the right path. And that's what we have to invest in. That's what we have to believe. And that is what we have to promote. And Obama could have not said it any better. See, what's my opinion on banning the box or ban the box law? Defining applicants by their past mistakes without considering their qualifications or their potential skills and all of their potential is just unjust and unnecessary. Having served their prescribed sentences, former prisoners have repaid their debt to society. And now it's society's turn to repay them in a way by allowing them to reestablish themselves inside of that society. However, the stigma of their criminal conviction will just continue to punish them and hunt them due to society not allowing them to reestablish themselves. Banning the box does not prevent potential employers from making inquiries into a person's criminal history because they are allowed to know about it later in the process. Just allows the ex-convict to really show the employer who he really is. So by postponing these questions until after an interview is conducted, it gives these criminal records the chance to get through the door. Well, it allows for the criminals to get a chance to get through the door, prove their worth, and stand on their qualifications as well as we all deserve. Everybody should be given the fair shot to tell their story, to allow the employer to know that what they did in the past was a mistake, that their situation back then was way worse than it is now, that they have developed as a human, that now they know the difference between right and wrong, and that right is the way to go. And like getting a job is the first step to reestablishing somebody back into society. And that job and that wage could go such a long way for those people. It's a life without crime that they probably wished for since they were young. This is my works cited, and thank you.